Are we becoming the generation before us? Because we're millennials. So the Generation Z is after us, right?
Yes.
My son is a Generation Z.
Yes.
So we're becoming the generation that
I found myself.
that
I was
we're
asked
trying
that
to get
before.
away from.
Yeah, I was asked that.
The
Like, yo,
traditionalism.
Are we
Look at
becoming
that.
old fashioned? I'm like, yo, we might
We
be.
might be.
When I hear the same trap beat for every song that a rapper puts out, not the old school rappers, not like Nas' album is dope to me. The Lox album, dope. I love those real lyrics and stuff. But the newer stuff is the same trap beat, Gia. The same trap beat, and they're saying nothing. They're woo, and they're saying nothing.
They're
And
calling.
they're bird calling, and they telling you to do drugs. I pop these pills. I sip this syrup. I'm doing this. I'm like, and they like this. Millennial minded. Millennial minded. Millennial minded. Millennial minded. Millennial minded. Welcome to the Millennial Minded Podcast with Marquise.
And Gia.
We're on episode 4 of the
4.
podcast. So we're excited. We've been going strong. We have to start our vegan challenge.
I started mine.
We didn't post about it or invite anybody.
I have my pictures.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
But we got to post and tell people, hey, we're doing this. Oh, by the way, my friend Jerry said he's going to eat twice as much meat, so we're not making a difference.
Oh, really? If your body can handle it, Jerry, by all means, go ahead.
He wanted you to know that
I
personally.
think by Wednesday, I had to have something with cheese in it.
Okay.
So I have not had meat and...
Wow.
Woo.
I can't say I did the same. I haven't. I mean, I've had meat, but I thought we were going to start this weekend.
No, you didn't.
Because we talked about it on the last episode, but we didn't announce it. And that last episode aired the following episode, like next week.
No. Last week when we sat here, I said we going food shopping tomorrow.
Yes, you did. You did.
And we starting on Monday. So
That
you
is
don't.
true.
I don't miss meat anyway, but I sacrificed cheese for 3 days because I thought you was on board. I definitely made up for it at the end of the week, but it's just I had 3 eggs left. I ate the 3 eggs in 3 days and
nice
cheese. And last night I made a veggie pizza.
Wow.
From scratch.
How was it? Was it good?
It was really good. I was gonna bring you some, but I don't want you to waste my food.
No,
you don't eat vegetables.
I love vegetables
It
now.
had onions in it.
I eat them now. Yo, when I realized how much I was missing on the flavor, how much peppers and onions make a difference.
It's peppers, onions, and mushrooms.
I was so mad at myself. Like, I've been missing out all these years. Nah, I've been diving into the vegetables hard. I enjoy it.
We can continue on because it's not. It's gonna take me a minute to get rid of dairy for sure.
Okay, but we gotta post it and announce it.
Okay, I'll post my pictures because I took pictures of my food. I'll post my pictures and see, from last week, and then we'll start.
We'll say like, hey, we're doing a challenge, and you want to join? Okay, got it. That was Mama Mac that gave us.
Mama Mac, Maryland. Thank you for the vegan challenge. We tried, but I had to have some dairy.
Some dairy.
Yeah.
And shout out to we appreciate all the support.
Yes.
I want to shout out Sean P, who commented on our video. What was episode 3?
Yes.
Commented, gave some good insights.
Good,
right.
yes.
Good commentary. So I appreciate that. We read all of it, and we appreciate the support.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Let's get into episode 4. What's trending? And for me, it would be the decision with Breonna Taylor, the grand jury and the attorney general. And I want to go with some of the facts that I know.
Okay.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong or anything.
Sure.
But from what I've read, there's 3 people involved. Kenneth Walker, Breonna Taylor, and her ex-boyfriend, Jamarcus Glover or Grover, Glover, and Jamarcus Glover was the drug dealer and involved in the drug trade. And the day Breonna Taylor got shot and killed, he was already arrested beforehand, so they got him already. They still went to the house and they went and got a no-knock warrant, right? So they can just bust in whatever. They did that. They startled Breonna Taylor, Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker shoots the cop one time, and cops fire, shooting and killing Breonna Taylor. Okay, so let me get this right. So now the decision was the neighbor's apartment, the firing of the shots. They were in charge for that, endangering other people.
Yes,
but not
for killing Breonna.
Not for killing Breonna Taylor. You asked for a no-knock warrant, so I wouldn't see the need to announce yourself because you're going in and you're busting in. But they're saying that they did announce themselves.
That they have like an undisclosed witness.
One witness, right?
Heard them announce.
Hold them announce themselves. So I don't see the point of doing that if you go get a no-knock warrant. There's no body cam footage.
And they were in plain clothes.
And they're in plain clothes. Doesn't make sense to me. And on top of all of that, you search the place, no drugs found. No connection to it. The ex-boyfriend was saying that she has no connection to it, to the drug trade that he was involved in. So you do all of that, no drugs are found, and someone loses their life, and the building, people were saying like, the building gets more justice than the person that lost their life. Am I right on all the facts? So,
you are
okay.
right, and I didn't know that it was like an ex-boyfriend involved in all of that, because we've been hearing so many things,
right?
And a lot of people are, I don't want to say justifying the fact that they had the no-knock warrant, but I guess Breonna Taylor's, her love life, or who she chose to date or be around, affected the decision of her life, and they kind of alluded to, she shouldn't have been hanging around with known drug dealers and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, if she made a poor decision in a man, or whatever her decision was, is her life, should her life be put at jeopardy, or should she lose her life because of a bad decision in dating?
No, I read the Facebook comments, like, people are like, well, you're hanging around trash, this is what you get, but doesn't mean, someone should lose their life. But yeah, you're hanging around these kind of people, what do you expect?
No, that's totally unjustifiable, and I think people should think before they comment on stuff like that, because we all are one bad decision away from anything.
Absolutely.
One bad decision away from losing your job, losing your life, losing a loved one. Just one bad decision, whether it's provoked or unprovoked.
Right.
So I think the biggest thing is I had to research wanton endangerment.
Okay.
And what I found out about wanton endangerment is this. This is how simple the charge is, or how I don't think it's just.
Okay.
We could be in a movie theater and I yell fire and there is no fire, and you break your leg trying to get out. That's as serious as that charge is. We can be in a concert and I say he has a gun and everybody shoots towards one door and somebody gets trampled over and break a hip or something. Yeah. That's wanton endangerment.
That's what the cop was charged for?
That's what he was charged for knowingly endangering an outside source. I think they said somebody said it's as simple as like just firing a gunshot. Or they said you can be aiming at like a empty apartment building, but somebody lives on the adjacent street and they get hit. It's just that simple. So his charges are not, there's not really a heavy research that shows that they have solid jail time because of these charges.
That's crazy. Is he
It's like
still? He's not working. Is he still working?
no,
Wow. This is.
but
This
nobody
is
else
March.
is charged.
No
That's
one
it.
else.
This is it. They made the decision not to charge anybody. So it's not like justice for Breonna. They made their decision. The grand jury made their decision not to charge anybody, and they're saying a lot of her facts that came back was it was only 3 pages, and a lot of the stuff was untrue. That they may have sent the ambulance away, and the witness never came forward. With the nation going in an uproar, and the witness still ain't come forward to say, "I heard them announce themselves."
Announce. Okay.
So
mind you, this is what in March. If you know that was a different color of person, and if the roles were reversed, we would be arrested the next day. They would, as rightfully as it should be. If I commit a crime, get me, let me, as it should be. You take someone's life, and nothing. You're not charged for anything. It's okay, and it's her fault for being around an ex-drug dealer. Like I don't get it. That's why, again, America, we're saying Black Lives Matter, and you can't say all lives matter because there's a certain group of people that really don't matter. We're talking about ourselves. That's why we're saying this. So the building gets more justice. The wanton endangerment instead of the losing their life.
yeah.
I
think they also said something about he got the wanton endangerment because none of his bullets actually were the bullets that were found in her body, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. So it was just like he was just outside, like just shooting up like thugs, like just shooting up shooting blindly. None of it. They said if his bullets may have been a bullet that killed her, then maybe it could have been like wanton murder or manslaughter, something like that. But that's why he got the lesser charge, because he was just shooting, but none of his bullets landed, I guess, in her. So we're still screaming justice for Breonna Taylor. I seen that the family spoke out about it, and again, people in New York and Louisville still protesting. I'm all for peaceful protesting. At this point, I don't want to agitate the world by saying, of course I wouldn't say to go out and do this or do that, but in lieu of that, like that same night, 2 Louisville officers
were
shot as well. They got homeboy same night.
Of course.
Got him same night.
As it should be, right?
As it should be. He went out and he committed a crime, and it's just like it's a race war that's like
brewing,
and I'm praying every day. I'm terrified of a race war because I don't want nobody innocent to be killed or harmed in any way. And as much as I don't want anybody to be hurt, it looks like
that's the reality it's coming to.
Yeah.
Because I don't agree with it, as we both said, retaliation with violence.
No.
But you understand, like, how many more is gonna happen to? How many more Black people there's gonna happen to, and nothing is done about it?
Yeah.
How people are tired of it. Doesn't give you the right to go and commit a crime either.
No.
We're not saying that. That's not right that they shot 2 police officers. It's also not right that Breonna Taylor is dead and nothing's been done about it. And people are just like, well, she hangs around trash.
No, that's unacceptable.
We just want fairness. That's it. If we do something, lock us up. Yes. When a police officer does something, that's lock them up. Do something. Like that's all we're saying. Just be down the middle, and it's never down the middle for us. And I feel even more bad for like Black women. Like
LeBron James said it, honey. Protect Black women. Protect. It's been trending. Protect Black women. Protect Black women. Now, I love the frame coming from a Black man to protect Black women.
Right.
But just because the last 4 episodes we have been digging into like race and police brutality and some things that affect us as minorities, as people of color.
Right.
we're not saying only protect black women.
Right.
Protect everybody, protect all women. But when you have a man that uses his platform as a black man, that has a black mother, has a black daughter, has a black wife, and he says protect black women, he doesn't need to be like ostracized as like, you protect white women. Society will protect white women at its
Just
been
because,
shown,
yeah,
just because.
yeah.
But if you have an Italian boy that wants to say protect my Italian mother, or a Pakistani boy that says I want to protect my Pakistani, or a Polynesian man that says protect Polynesian woman, that's their right. Soon as a black man says protect black women, it's not that we're anti-white or anti-cop or anti any race. We're at a point where we have to protect and preserve our own. I would expect for my son to stand up for me.
Of course.
As much as I can and have to stand up for my son. And I would say it as a black woman. As much as we need to protect black women, we also need to protect black men.
Yeah.
Our men are about to be an endangered species. Everybody sees our black men as a threat. So protect the black woman. And we had some uproar about like the situation with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
His song went #1 in like 24 hours of him defending himself, saying that he did not shoot her in the foot. Now
that's what the song's about.
This is.
I haven't listened to it.
Instead of addressing it like in a public forum, he
Yeah.
released music to profit off of it. Protect black women. So I don't have much to say on that because it's so much more going on in the world that we have to deal with as a people.
It probably went #1 because they want to hear
what he was
what
saying.
he's going to say. But I don't think
really
anyone's.
He
didn't.
No, it was melodic though. I mean, the sound and how it is catchy. He is a talented musician.
Okay.
So, people are upset that, it actually sounds good. And yeah. So it's like, okay.
But I don't think most men, even in the rap game, are not supporting this dude. Like, they're calling him out for what happened. Say something. You need to address it. Like, they're not. I don't think most people are going to support him. So they just probably, made him and went with #1 because they want to hear what he has to say. And unfortunately, he said nothing, as you're saying. So it's like,
no, he didn't say anything. I mean, he said some stuff, but it was more so it was praising another woman. He was praising Kylie Jenner. While he bashed 4 other black women because that's what the story was behind. It was like I had a crush on Kylie and she was mad in the car, and I don't know the whole song, but I went to go, and it was just like you praise, and this woman was shot twice in her foot.
Right? Yeah.
So
it's really like being black already anywhere, not just America, but anywhere. Like you're already got to overcome 5 hurdles. Now it's like being a black woman is like 10 hurdles on top of compounding. Maybe fathers are not playing their role properly, or single parenting. It's like you have to overcome so much more, and my heart just goes out to I realize now, man, black women, the plight they have to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, it's real in the battlefield. I appreciate sympathy, but I need support.
Yeah.
Sympathy, and I need support. I need you to understand why. I don't have to explain to you why I'm mad as a black woman about the things that's going on.
Yes.
With anybody. So, yeah, I
think I want to title this episode "Apology to Black Women." Semicolon Breonna Taylor, something like that. Just for
people have been apologizing about what was done to her and the injustice that's going on in the world because of this situation. And they did contrast it to Emmett Till.
Okay.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
It was the day that they made the decision was the day that the people that killed Emmett Till was exonerated, or that. Yeah, wow. They were.
And the lady came out
Said it was a lie.
Said it was a lie the whole time.
And I studied the Emmett Till story, and if you ever go back to study his story,
Yeah.
the fact is that he had a severe lisp.
So he couldn't whistle?
Yeah. He couldn't even really, not that he couldn't talk, but he had a severe speech impediment.
Okay.
So whatever he was trying to say or what was saying, it was like, and then, but these people are free. And that was what, 65?
What, years ago, you mean?
1965?
Oh, I'm not sure.
65 or 55?
I would say viewers, listeners, go read up on that story. For those who don't know, just Google Emmett Till and read up on what happened, what transpired. That is, and the mother decided to have an open.
Yeah, I went to the museum and I actually seen. I was with your mom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went to D.C. to the Slavery Museum, and the line was around the corner just to see his casket. They still have the casket that he was buried. They still have the pictures. They give you a warning, and
that's graphic, bad. That's when you looked at it.
Yeah.
Check it out. Emmett Till. Anything else you want to say about Breonna Taylor?
No.
Tory Lanez? Because I want to pivot to, we were talking about black women. I want to shout out two black businesses.
Okay.
Ran by two black, well, one's a Spanish lady. One is a black lady.
Okay.
One I went to high school with. Her name is Jennifer. She has I think the Instagram is Jen Sweet Inspiration, and she does these beautiful like tiered layered cakes that she designs and makes. And I watched her go from like, I think she started her Instagram page, 0 followers or anything like that, and it just blew up. She's posted consistently, posting her work. Now she has like 6,000, 7,000 followers. People that actually do what she does, bakes these cakes, follow her, comment on her posts. And I was just like really proud of her. I think she quit her job too, I believe. I'm not sure, but I think she quit her job and she just does this. I know she told me she has an assistant now that helps her. Like she's doing her thing. So I wanted to shout her out as a black business owner, minority business owner. And another one was her name is Danielle Holmes out of Philly. She was using Shopify to sell like clothing accessories and bracelets and stuff.
Okay.
And she quit her RN job. She wasn't happy. She's a registered nurse. Quit that. Started her online business. Invested like $600 in herself. That's all she had left. And it just took off slowly, but it took off to a couple of years. Now she's like a multi-millionaire.
Oh.
And she posts about it. Now she teaches other people how to use Facebook ads and Instagram ads to promote their business, their clothing accessories. She gives the whole framework for it.
Oh, nice.
And she's just like a multimillionaire. So I want to shout those two out, Danielle Holmes, her Instagram, and Jen Sweet Inspirations. Those are businesses that I'm proud of. Have you had any bad experiences with black business owners?
I think
I've
had bad experiences with black business owners, but it wasn't enough for me not to support, other people. Just at that point, if I can't support you, I can't support you. I work hard for my money, and
right.
I ain't gonna be treated just any type of way. So yeah.
So sometimes, I hate to say it, like service can be a little bad. I've tried to but Mom and I, we were coming from somewhere. We went to Maplewood, Springfield Avenue to support a cupcake business.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the name of it, but we're calling, no answer. Show up, no one there. In the middle of the afternoon, like, how do you not have your business open? I signed up with a black bank, One United. I'm like, I'm going to support black businesses. I'm going to go head first into this. And I signed up. I made an account online. They don't have any branches. That's another thing. It's like online banking, no branches. But I'm like, I don't care. I'm going to support black business. And then my mom's like, well, try to call. See if you can, how much can you take out of an ATM? I'm like, that's a good question.
Yeah.
So let me call. I call, no answer. I'm on hold for like 20, 30 minutes. driving to Morristown to see the doctor. No answer. Leave a message. And that was, I don't know, June, July. No one has ever called me.
You still have money in that bank?
I try to take the money out. I try to transfer it to my regular bank. Capital One 360, I think is great, by the way. Transfer it to Capital One. They you have to sign up with some pop money thing to transfer money.
Oh wow.
I do it, and they say I can't get the transfer. Need to validate this account within a certain amount of days, or your transfer will be canceled. It was over a weekend, so I couldn't do it within the time frame that they wanted.
Okay.
So the money just sitting there, and I'm losing money because I think it's like they charge me a monthly fee.
Oh wow.
So I'm like really not happy with this bank. I'm trying to get my money out, and I can't get my money out. So I that was like the last straw. But I've also seen good black business owners, like only older folk though.
Okay.
The young folk, like you show up to buy some T-shirts, they don't. It says open at 11. They're not there at 11. I've tried it. Older folk, they understand the importance of black owned. They show up to work. They do their thing. I know a brother, Butch, cuts hair. Started his own shop. Not too far away. He's there on time. He cut hair. He's explaining the importance to other brothers that should come there. Why you need to have your own, and you got to be accountable and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I've only seen it from the older folks, but from younger and even the black corporation like One United Bank have let me down.
Oh.
Have you been to black restaurants? Have you had it?
I've been to black restaurants. Listen, I think people need to advertise for their demographics. You cannot support a Jamaican restaurant in Westfield or Livingston, New Jersey.
Okay.
Has to be run. Usually it's run locally. That way you have your target consumers. Right. Because that
makes sense.
Yeah, that's who it's targeted towards. So as far as black restaurants, I don't have an issue with them. Sometimes the service is,
they can be a little rude to you.
Sometimes, but that's with everybody. That's with everybody. Listen, my mother is a waitress. My mother been a waitress for over 40 years, and she knows the value of how to treat people to get her. Her money is made off of tips. So my mother know exactly how to treat people. Now she has gotten the opposite to say as a waitress, like, some of the black customers tip a quarter. But if you get, a Caucasian customer that come in, $20 on a bill, and it's just like,
wow.
So, and then it has been vice versa. So she has gotten the opposite of that. She's made more money working in Livingston at a diner than she's made working in Newark at a diner. So, yeah, it is. It does get tough supporting black businesses, but I have some key things that I think we need to realize about black businesses. Okay, so first one is the demographics. Like I said, who is your target audience, and what are you trying to sell? It has to be supply and demand.
Okay.
You can't run out of everything. I want to support a black business. Again, T-shirts. I don't have extra large T-shirts, sis. I don't have large T-shirts. I only got medium. I could get you some, but I'm looking like, okay, well, where can you get them? Well, cash at me now, and I'm looking like, no, that's not how we work. That's not how you work.
Walmart don't do that.
No, Walmart doesn't. And then I also got to understand that their prices have to be competitive in order for them to make a profit. So. Like these earrings, I got these earrings. They black owned.
They cute.
They are nice, and I like Afrocentric things. And these earrings were they were under $10.
Okay.
So when I got these earrings, I'm thinking to myself, I can't give her what she's asking for this. So I actually bought more of the earrings that she has, just because I'm thinking at least let me make a purchase of at least $20.
Okay.
But when I went to another vendor, it was like, one pair of her earrings was $20, so it doesn't match. And I'm trying to I understand that certain quality is different, and you may have a different product for different people, but your prices have to be relatively similar all around. Because if I can get the same pair of earrings for cheaper
Okay. Yeah.
on Amazon, I'm gonna go on Amazon. I'm not gonna support your business. Now you can't compare your prices to Amazon. Amazon is a big corporation and it's a wholesaler, like
Yeah.
But you at least you can't double charge what I can get this for. So
I agree
because
on
you cannot take your product again to Livingston and sell a Nubian queen and Livingston to people that are not culturally
Aware. Okay.
of what these earrings symbolize. They may not think these earrings as dope as I think they are in Livingston. So you have to be aware of your community
I agree.
and try to
Okay.
keep your prices. And another thing is integrity. Please, when it's family owned, I think it's better, because the family comes together. But when you have one proprietor, and you may have one person that owns a business and says, I'm a single mother, I bake cakes. I'm a single mother, I have a chicken truck, because I've started to see more, like, instead of restaurants, because it's harder to get a restaurant, like trucks.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
trucks.
Yeah.
But when you take those trucks to certain areas, it depends on how you're going to make your money. Now, you can stand outside of a King University with a taco truck and make money.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
may not do the same thing with an empanada truck outside of King University, a fried chicken truck outside of King University. So, and then when you go to like the stadiums, you can stand outside with a hot dog truck and make $1,000. So it's certain things that we have to be aware of, how we're trying to push our product in order for us to support it.
Okay, I agree with that, integrity wise. I think my biggest thing is like just show up. You gotta have the supply. You're right. You got don't run out of chicken like Popeyes did when they announced their chicken sandwich. It ran out. Which, by the way, that chicken is not better than Chick-fil-A, but that's neither here nor there.
Sandwich.
Yeah, it's not neither here nor there. But just be accountable, like be responsible with your business. Show up, have the stuff, sell it at a reasonable price, right? Competitive.
Competitive.
And I think you'll be fine. But like if you're not there and treat customers like, with respect.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Knowing your demographic, it was a very good point. Very good point.
Yeah. And the culture of your business. If I know where you come from, and just like a business plan, like I said, if I'm a single mother and I'm baking cakes to, put my son through college or something like that. When it's something relatively tangible that we can agree with and that we can support, we tend to support.
Absolutely.
So, and then we have in-home businesses.
Yeah.
I've done makeup out of my house. I've done hair if I needed to out of my house. You have barbers that, they start, they do house calls, they start in houses.
Yep.
And you have to be conscious of your prices when you have in-home services. Because if I go to your shop and you own a shop and I get hurt in that shop, you have insurance. But if I come to your home for a service and I get hurt in your home,
People have insurance too, right? At the home.
Some apartments don't have renters insurance.
Okay.
I can't sue you from coming to get my hair done and something done lit on fire and I got burnt somewhere, or you dropped hot water on my back when you were burning my braids or something like that. So it's just there's some people that's charging $200 and $300 for, like, I want some braids in their homes. And I'm thinking to myself, sis, you ain't got no shop. Why are you charging me that much in your home? I look at stuff like that because I do the same thing. If you can go to Mac and get your face done for $65, I'm going to tell you to come to my home where you don't know what's going on in my environment, where stuff been, and charge you more than what you can pay for.
What would you charge someone in your house that came to your house? Am I putting you on the spot?
No, you're not putting me on the spot because I have integrity. So, and then people think I lowball. if you can get your makeup done at MAC for $65,
Yeah.
if you come to my house, I charge $45.
I like that.
And then
Okay.
people are like, "What? You're charging $45?" I supply the makeup. The only thing I don't supply is the lashes. If you want your own lashes, bring your own lashes. I'll put them on for you.
You charge more for that or no?
I charge $5 more to put lashes on.
I don't know. I feel like that's too low. I feel like you have like the Jen with the cakes. Mm-hmm. She charges a premium price, and I love that model because you're attracting premium customers, and the quality and the dedication you're paying for. You're supplying all the product. I wouldn't.
I do it as a hobby, so it's not my main source of income. So, I can fit in 2 to 3 clients a month. I can't sit all day long and do. Now, if I was making a profit, it would be more, but to squeeze, and I usually do people that I know. So it's just like, if
Do you want to do that more often? Or you just want to keep it as a hobby?
I'd like to keep it as a hobby. There's some other things that I'm interested into venturing out, like makeup. Okay. I love makeup and I love beauty and fashion, but it's not all of what I can do. I really like event planning. I'm really into like event planning.
You are passionate about that.
I am, and I'm a bossy boots, so I gotta work like how I'm gonna work with people, because I'm telling you what you're gonna do at your event, who gonna be there, who not gonna be there, what we not gonna have.
Right,
yeah,
right.
And
That's
I'm
true.
working on that.
That's true. That is true.
I am a bossy boots.
Yeah, we got to talk about how you can do that, because you are excellent.
I'm an excellent event planner.
I know. All right, can we go to the next topic?
Next topic
is the social dilemma.
What is going on with this social dilemma?
What is going on? If those of you haven't watched it, I suggest you watch this on Netflix, The Social Dilemma. It is a great documentary. It's movie format though, not episodes. About I think almost 2 hours. Just showing you the climate of social media from the creators of social media.
Okay. Come on.
So former creators, or from Facebook, Google, you name it, you'll see them all on there. They're speaking out about social media and the impact it has had on the people that indulge in this. And I know personally, like, I always hated social media. Like, I always had one. I used it, but it was like a love-hate thing. Like, I didn't post a lot, and only because I'm trying to like do more stuff, and for business purposes and stuff like that, do I post more. But I kind of hated social media on the low. So, and I like anyone that was indulging in it, I used to like ridicule bad. Any friends of mine like, yo, that's all you do? You're on the phone all day, on social media all day. And then watching the movie, I realized I understand why they're on their phone all day. They're just addicted to social media. So have you ever found yourself, let me just ask you this, have you ever found yourself, I don't know, on Facebook or YouTube, and you just couldn't get off? Because like you watch one video and then they sent you another video that was just more addicted, and you just watched it, and you just do you know how much time you got lost in that space? Hours. Okay. This is why I say you should get an iPhone, because iPhone have screen time and it lets you see how long you've been on the phone for, and you can see what apps you've been using, and it's pretty cool. But I know you're a Droid user. I am. So anyway, after watching this, the creators of these products are even more afraid of the impact. Suicide rate in girls have gone up like crazy. Why? Because they're not getting the likes that they want. Girls are over sexualizing, like we talked about in Cuties, their bodies, because like even we talked about it too, the Instagram girls that like just post their butts, and how like at one point in time I would watch it, I would like it, I would follow them, and then as I got older, I'm like, this is whack to me. This is all you do. But I get it. They're getting 10,000 likes on a post of their booty, and their caption has nothing to do with their pose. It's just something totally irrelevant. And then I feel bad for the guys that's like actually like it, and then commenting, trying to be unique, like, you know, your heart is amazing, or clearly the butt is right there, but they do everything they can not to acknowledge what they're seeing, in hopes that this girl gonna see it. Right, out of 5,000 comments, you're the one that said something different. But so anyway, so girls, suicide rate is going up in young girls because they're not getting the likes that they want or as much as they think they should. It's dividing the country.
It is.
I saw how they broke it down, how it divides the country, and they've shown countries being destabilized
by social media.
Then, so they give ways to kind of take back your time, and it's like, don't watch the recommended videos. Well, before we go there, what was your insight when after watching? How did you feel about yourself after watching this movie?
It was enlightening.
Okay.
However, I initially, and I'm going to be totally honest, it wasn't a diverse group of people that started this. So you have.
They said that too. There's like it's a bunch of white guys.
A bunch of white guys, and they said 50 white guys is controlling 5 billion people in Silicon Valley.
Yes.
So I was alarmed at the diversity that it was there, and now that the lack of diversity, that's what I'll say. And then you have like these 5 white guys that created this thing and say, we created it, now it's gotten out of hand. So
they didn't think it would be.
They didn't think it would. And it's you blowing the whistle on your own. You created this. You created it for monetary value. And now you're blowing the whistle. Oh, I couldn't take it no more after years, and now my children don't. We are all against. You created this, okay?
That's a good point. I never looked at it like that. I looked at it like they realized they messed up.
You did it for money. You did it for monetary gain. You knew what the advertisements would bring in. It would bring in money.
Yeah.
And I guess they didn't predict, the algorithm. Now, when we get to the algorithm, first of all, one thing I want to say about these documentaries, if you really want people like us, lay people, to watch it, because we're not tech, I'm not tech, use layman terms. An algorithm is nothing but a recipe. Okay, it's like a calculated recipe that will predict what's going on.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so when they say the algorithm of this and that, people going to turn that documentary off if they don't understand and they can't follow it.
Okay.
I was able to follow it for educational purposes and for research in regards to us talking about it today. But don't use tech jargon that people are not going to understand, because you guys are like the scientists that have it all in your head, and y'all explaining something that we can't really grasp because it's in y'all heads that we don't know. So when they started I had to look up a couple of things when they were saying. Okay. So that was one thing. I'm looking like, we're not going to take the time to go back and look up what they're saying. And then when they were presenting it to, I guess, different, groups of how dangerous it is, I think they're under the realization that it's not going to stop, but us becoming like what's the term that they said? Like almost robotic. I
don't know the term they use. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's like almost becoming robotic. Like we're going to be extinct. This is like the last generation that's going to be like real. Everything is going to be robotic. I think that's going a little bit too far.
I have to disagree with you.
Okay, go ahead.
At this point, this algorithm knows everything about us. It can predict what we're going to do, right? Everything. It knows us better. So we're competing with our brains against this algorithm that knows us better, almost as better than we know ourselves. Because I have found myself, at least with YouTube, I'm gonna get off YouTube and like after this video, and I just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it sucked me in. It was another TV analyst on sports, another video on sports, another something
Mm-hmm.
music.
It's just drawing you in.
Yeah, and it
It's
just
drawing you in.
and the goal of it was to keep me on my phone as long as they can to make a profit off for advertisement purposes.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, we're not thinking for ourselves. We're going to get to that robotic state. They already have artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
And people are going to, unfortunately,
AI predicts your thoughts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we'll get to that point where like we're not doing anything for ourselves anymore. We're relying on technology to do everything, and that's another topic. But I don't know. Gee, I think we're going down that path.
So if they take the like button and the advertisements off, what would that do?
What would that do?
Yeah. What would it do?
It would do a lot. The girls that are posting, I'm sorry, I don't want to make a blanket statement. It's not just girls. Guys are posting for clout too.
Mm-hmm. Y'all got y'all kids up there and everything. People post food, shoes, material things. Yeah.
Now you're not getting the likes. Would you post as much? I
don't think so.
You think you would post just as much?
No, I don't think I would post as much if I wasn't getting as many likes.
Yeah. So now you're not as reliant and using their platform.
Yeah, but I'm not against them taking the like button away. I know people had issues with it, so just take the like button away. Like if we're gonna use it, I think we should. There's a lot that I did learn from this documentary, but there was some that I was just like, okay, well, it's here now. It's like it's here now. You're not gonna take it away. I like the recommendations.
At the end of the movie?
Turn the notifications off.
Yes.
Don't do the recommended video. Search for your own video.
Yeah, what you want, right.
Mm-hmm.
What about staying off the platform totally? Like, you think you can do something like that?
It depends on which platform. Because I did see some people say I deleted some apps, but like I need my email because I work. So
Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Like, could you delete it for extended period of time and be okay?
I can try. I don't think I'm so wrapped up into people. I'm wrapped up into, like they said, the things like organization videos and shopping videos and makeup videos and stuff like, but not to go on like people pages to see what people are doing, but I like to see the content, because you got to be, let's think about this. Mm-hmm. There is nothing really good on TV for us to be entertained with. We are watching shows on Netflix that came out 20 years ago for entertainment. Shows that bring us back to the nostalgia of, growing up. We're watching that for entertainment now. There's nothing really good on TV for us.
I agree. Except for the reality stuff, right?
Except for the reality stuff that's all scripted and, garbage and filth. And it's just like we're watching women and men have these superficial events to come and throw drinks in each other's faces. That's what we watching. So why not watch a makeup video on YouTube?
That's why podcasts and these type of things are very profitable right now and going
for
through
entertainment purposes.
Yeah. They're worried about. We just talked about it. A race war. So we can with social media. I talked about it a little bit last episode. I don't know if they're friends, the people that I went to high school with, or people that I'm around or whatever like that are totally on the right, like right wing. Mm-hmm. They cannot see any perspective on the left. They cannot. Okay. And then anyone on the left, like, they just, no, the right is just the devil. They're wrong. They're racist. Mm-hmm. There's no middle ground. Mm-hmm. And then they show how social media purposely just separates. They just send these videos and feeds to the right people and to the left people to just keep them divided. Right. By the way, on your videos or on your feed, what wing do you get on your social media, like your videos and stuff like that? It's more left.
Left.
It's more left. Okay, mine's too. So when I see people posting stuff, and I'm like, how can you not see that we're not saying only Black Lives Matter? It's just but we really don't matter. And like I try to break it down, they're only being fed that they're right, that their perspective and viewpoint is correct, and that's it, and they're okay. So I was like, I'm competing against an algorithm to get someone's attention to an issue, and it's not working, and it's not working at all. So they're worried about a civil war happening between left and right. That's like it's political, but then race war as well, because most people are black. People of color are going to be on more so, I don't know, I guess on the left than conservatives and stuff like that. So they're really worried that social media just has, like it has done to other countries, going to just erupt in a civil war and just damage everything. So this is like, I don't know.
And it's difficult to try to take the politics and the things off of, because they, a lot of it is, they said, fake news.
Yeah.
To take it off of it. We're not complete idiots, though.
But the people that I see on the round, like,
they don't see.
I'm like, how do you not get it?
Because they don't see that side of it being fed to them in their social media. So I understand that. Is there ever a point where you just can't talk politics to some people? Politics?
Yeah, I've had that. Yes.
That you just cannot. See, I cannot deal with the fact that I would not be able to talk politics and race and sex and religion and marriage. This is why our podcast is here, is because, like, dealing with that, like, you got to have some type of original thought for yourself.
Should, yeah. We've
all been raised different ways and we see things differently. But you got to be able to see the other side of, like, our president. I don't know if I love or hate him at this point, because I love how consistent he is. He don't care about nobody. He said, are you going to have a peaceful transfer of power? I don't know. We'll wait and see. He the same way every time to everybody.
Yes.
I don't want to call him a jerk, but if he is a jerk to us, he snap at reporters, he snap at doctors, he snap at lawyers, he snap at congresswomen, men, women, black, white, young, old. With Donald Trump, you're going to get what you're going to get. It's something about his consistency that I can't be mad at.
Right.
He thinks for himself. Well, he thinks what he think. He know he right, and he ain't backing down.
No, even when he's wrong.
Even when he wrong, he ain't back. I wasn't wrong. I didn't lie. Nope. And that was a disgusting thing for you to ask me in the first place. You can't be mad at somebody that is so grounded.
And telling you like it is. He's a straight shooter.
He a straight shooter. He is.
Yeah.
He don't care whether you like him or not. I can't be mad at somebody like that.
Yeah. But I'm mad at the people that like can't see when he's wrong.
Yeah, when he's wrong. Yes, that's the issue.
So I don't know. I don't know what the I've done the recommendations of like not watching some videos or the recommended videos as they pop up.
I watched as soon as the documentary was over, I watched every video that popped up on my. I said, "Girl, didn't you just write about this? You just," and like they said, I was being controlled. They know I'm
warning you.
It is. It predicts your thoughts.
How do you fight against something like that?
To get off of it. When I got off of it, I went to go cook dinner, and then I let the phone go and I put on something else to watch, because I'm looking like, okay, like
there's times like I know I gotta be productive. I gotta do this. I gotta write something. I gotta create some music, and that phone just had me. I couldn't get off of it. I'm like, no, all right, this last video. This is the last video.
Until the battery go low. We are on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I still don't. Even for the algorithm, like I try to post now. Now understanding the algorithm and the engagement, because you want to grow. Like my friend Jennifer Jen Sweet's Inspirations. She was posting every day consistently, and I watched her go from nothing to like mad followers and stuff like that. Her business doing well. So that algorithm is like, if you stay consistent and you post, they're gonna put you more so up in the front, at the top, so you can see more and get more engagement. They want us on their phones. They want us on their apps, and I kind of think the way they're doing it, the psychology behind it, is kind of wicked to do that to people. They know what they're doing, and they're taking advantage of people.
Yeah,
they're really taking advantage of people. So I don't know, ladies and gentlemen, like, what do you want to do as far as first I say watch Social Dilemma on Netflix and find a way to take back your time, because they are controlling you. And the former workers that worked there, that created these products,
gaslighting it.
You made a very good point. But is it no
like
different from Eric
creating
Snowden?
a robot that was, and then the robot winds up like iRobot. You know how
or
they
Terminator?
created, yeah, or Terminator. They created this robot to help humanity and to save the world, and then the robot winds up
just controlling everything,
taking over, and then now they want to kill the robot, and the robot's like, we're not going anywhere. You created us, so now you got these 5-6 influencers, or however you want to call them, is trying to put a stop to everything, and now they're warning the world against the creation that they made.
Is it any different than a guy, I don't know, Eric Snowden, who sounded the alarm on the CIA and basically American intelligence, that they are tracking our phones, they can listen to our videos, they can watch all that? He was a part of it, right? And then he came out and said he had to leave the country, find asylum a different country. But he put everyone on notice, yo, this is what they're doing. Like, they're watching, they're tracking your phone, they're listening to your conversations, they can watch the videos that you're watching or you're creating, they can see everything. I thought that was a good thing.
Wow.
I thought that was a good thing. So I get it, they help create these things, but I'm glad that they're speaking up about it. I don't know if we can ever get off of it. It's like a dopamine hit. Like we're enjoying this.
I'm going off the grid in like 10 years. For sure.
What you mean off the grid?
Well, yeah.
I mean, I know what you mean.
My goal is within the next 5 years to own a tiny house.
Okay.
In somebody's backyard, and I'm just like books and reading, prayer, meditation. Like I'd rather be fed in a different way. I would, because I want to be able to, as a teacher, as an aspiring teacher, and I want to be able to give, not offer something that I found on Google, but something that I read that's in me, that I know that I can give it to you with my eyes closed, and I don't have to refer back to it. It's already embedded in me. So I want to be able to teach that way.
But you can still do that while you're on the grid. I mean, you have to get off the app for a little while, but I know you read, I know you study, I know you do all that. So you can still give that information without going black, going 0 dark 30 off the grid on some little house.
Little house. My little house gonna be dope. My little house is gonna be the bomb. But it's just gonna be out in somebody's backyard somewhere. That's my goal.
I ain't mad at that though. I like that. I think that's all we got for today. Anything else?
The dilemma, social media dilemma. Do you want to challenge anybody? What are we doing? We getting off an hour early? What are we doing? Because we going to have these conversations and we don't apply anything to ourselves. What's the sense of watching these documentaries and educating ourselves and doing nothing about it? So what are we doing?
I schedule my time for social media.
No, you don't.
I promise you.
How?
I do. I have a schedule from this time to this time. I actually, this might be on the printer too, another copy. And I can show it to you. from this time to this time, I'm going to engage on social media because of the algorithm, because I need to promote the brand, the podcast, the businesses.
Okay. Yes.
From this time, do it. So let's say breakfast time, do that, engage. Lunchtime, make a post. On a Monday, make a post. On lunchtime, evening time, make another post. That's it. On a Wednesday, maybe do one live video once a week. Like I schedule it. Mm-hmm. The problem for me is the YouTube videos, the informational stuff.
Okay.
That I really, really struggle with.
Well, if you're using it for educational purposes, with that, instructions and education.
Then it can go to entertainment too, like watching the sports commentary.
Okay.
Watching the guys.
There's nothing wrong with that, just not all day.
Yeah, not all day, but it does take up some of your time. So I would challenge people. My challenge would be not to completely get rid of it, because I think that would be really hard for a lot of people. But to schedule
the notifications. That's the number one thing. Turn off the notifications so that you're not getting a ding every 30 seconds that something comes up on anything.
Yeah. People look forward to that.
The notifications?
Yeah, people look forward to that. At one point in time, I looked forward to how many likes I got on a video or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point in time.
I guess I did too. To be honest, I had to, else I wouldn't. I think I would maybe the first hour that I wake up, no phone.
Yeah.
Meditate,
prayer,
pray,
stuff like that.
Eat breakfast, read something. I do a devotional every morning. Well, I try to do it every morning, or read something, a book. Not that you have to go to your phone and get.
Yeah. I don't like reading books on
the phone.
Nah,
okay, so maybe the first hour. So this is what I'll try to do. The first hour that I wake up, do not go to the phone, and the hour before I go to bed, no phone.
Okay, I like that.
Unless it's ringing, but to go to sleep on the phone, no, that's not healthy.
That's why. Do you watch TV like to go to sleep?
Yes.
Okay, you watching like Netflix or something, or what do you? What do you watch? Because like you said, the stuff that's on there is junk, right? Only stuff that's popular. Like I'm finding myself getting more into podcasts. Like that's
okay.
Really,
I like
especially because we're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Even that can get you stuck on there for a while.
Yeah.
And like people were drawn to reality, so podcasts are popular, but reality TV, even though, like you said, some of that's scripted.
I'm like organizational videos, recipes.
So that's what you watch
grocery
on TV?
hauls. Yeah, I'll put the TV on YouTube and watch that.
YouTube though.
Yeah,
okay.
YouTube. But if I'm on like Netflix or something, I'll watch like a series like Girlfriends or Hulu, like The Game, stuff that came out years ago that I'm looking for entertainment, because there's really nothing out there. If I am watching regular TV, I kind of go back to like the Martins and the Living Singles and things that's been out for a different world. So 40 years ago.
Does that mean the stuff they're making now is trash?
It absolutely. I am not as entertained as watching something that came out 30 years ago that I have seen about 125 times. The same episode, I can go back and watch it because there's nothing,
That's how I feel about when we talk about the worship music. Like I have to go back. Now we can make the correlation.
Yes.
I have to go back to like the older stuff that really, was, if lack of a better word, we'll say entertainment, but that really hit me. I can enjoy it, because the newer stuff is like, and it's not just worship music. If you listen to the top 40 pop songs, they're I don't want to offend anybody. They're horrible to me. They're horrible. They sound bad. They're repetitive. It's the same musical structure, chords. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like I know what chords to play to get a good pop song. I know what the formula is, the algorithm is to get a good pop song. But like I can't make myself do it, or if I find myself kind of doing that, I'm like, no, I gotta switch it up. I can't do it. So that's what I was talking about with worship music. How you feel about TV shows, or even the top 40 songs. even the piano sounds, they sound so like this program that we're recording is called Logic. It's just a recording software. Mm-hmm. They give you stock sounds when you buy Logic, the basic stuff. Mm-hmm. It sounds like the Travis Scotts of the world are using these Logic pianos to create their songs.
Create their music?
Yeah, there's a drum loop on Logic, came free. That's what Rihanna Umbrella song came from.
Oh, wow.
It's a drum loop on here. I found it messing with loops that I cut up and slice, whatever. The exact same loop. I'm like, that's Rihanna. That's Umbrella. So that producer went on Logic, got the stock sound, didn't create it himself, just dragged it, boom, put it on there.
Created a song.
And created a song.
A hit.
Mm-hmm. That got me drawn to Rihanna, that song.
Oh, wow.
I loved Umbrella. Oh, my God. Absolutely love Umbrella. But that's what Top 40 and the worship music feel like. It's like I can't get with the newer stuff. So now I think you understand.
I do understand, but I think when it comes to the older generation, they'll use that, the newer sound, and apply it to everything that comes in our area.
What you mean?
Like the age. Y'all younger people, y'all
know about this?
Yeah. Y'all ain't been through. Y'all don't sing the songs that can get through, and so music is one of them because they can't get with our new music.
But can you get with your new shows? Why are you still watching Martin?
There is no new
There's
shows.
a lot of new, there's Blackish. There's a lot of new shows on there.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But we're drawn to the Living Single, the Martins of the world.
Mm-hmm. Different world. That's true. It's something to think about.
That's what the older people say. Yo, that new stuff is just trash, man. We listen. Like, I can't.
Are we becoming the generation before us? Because we're millennials. So the Generation Z is after us, right?
Yes.
My son is a Generation Z.
Yes.
So we're becoming the generation that we
I found myself.
that
I was
we're
asked
trying
that
to get
before.
away from.
Yeah, I was asked that.
The
like,
traditionalism. Look at that.
Old fashioned. I was like, yo, we might be. When I hear the same trap beat for every song that a rapper puts out, not the old school rappers, not like Nas' album is dope to me. The Lox album, dope. I love those real lyrics and stuff. But the newer stuff is the same trap beat, Gia. The same trap beat, and they're saying nothing. They're woo, and they're saying nothing.
They're bird calling.
They're bird calling, and they're telling you to do drugs. I pop these pills. I sip this syrup. I'm doing this. I'm like, and they like this? Maybe I am becoming that older.
We are. We was talking about WAP last week. Yeah, we are. We're becoming that generation that's like, oh, come on, get it together, guys.
But it's not the artist's fault. I think it's the algorithm. The algorithm is pushing. This is the sound that we want for this generation. I don't know.
It's what sells.
8 years, however long it's been. But every song's a trap song, trap beat. I don't care if you like it. We're going to push this on you. We're going to push the media, the radios. They're going to play this. And this is what you're going to consume. And it's like, I'm going to consume this.
That's true. I was in my car and I did not want to listen to the 3 radio stations that I shuffled through. And I went to go put on old school Pandora, Anita Baker, No One in the World.
Wow.
I'm an Anita Baker fanatic.
Yeah.
But I skipped through classical music before I put my Pandora on. And I thought to myself, maybe I should listen to like some classical music. And I was like, girl, if you don't put on Anita Baker and get your life.
Yeah,
It's just like, it sounds good to want to do something different. But again, I'm programmed and prone to what I know and what I like and what can get me into the groove.
Yeah,
I wanted the
groove.
groove.
I
So
love it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Do you like that song Caught Up in a Rapture? That might be 80s.
Yes.
Okay. So would you prefer 80s R&B over the R&B that's out today?
Definitely. 80s, 90s, or 90s R&B. 80s and 90s R&B over today's R&B, 100%. I do not listen. I don't even know most of the songs
Me
to
either.
today's.
Me either. I don't know the rappers. I don't know the songs.
I know them because
Son.
my son listens to them, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't go and buy anything.
No.
I'm trying to
Why
figure out
should
the
you?
last time I was influenced by like a really, really dope song that I actually went out and purchased.
And I'm influenced by dope songs, but that are not like you don't know about them. You got to go find them. You know, that are actually putting out good quality music, not the same trap beat and saying bird calling and saying the same stuff. There's actually people out there putting out quality. It's just that algorithm is pushing trap, this sound. Everyone's trying to sound like Lil Wayne. To me,
How he was sounding.
yeah, how he
years
was
ago.
sounding.
Yeah.
I don't understand what they're saying. It's like, yo,
They figured Lil Wayne made $100 million off that sound. It must let me see if it worked for me. And then everybody
working.
can't sound like Beyonce. And then they don't even try at this point. Girls don't even try. You already know because she's so progressive. Like her newer stuff is more Afro beats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
People were getting on her about that because they're like, she's making Africa like a country, and there's like there's so many different countries in Africa and different.
she did encompass a lot of different traditional looks and sounds from different parts of Africa. We can definitely get into that because they were beating her upside the head, saying a lot of her stuff was like demonic and how she dancing.
Oh,
And
come on.
no,
You know
that's
how
our
I feel
culture.
about it. Oh.
That's our culture in Africa. Before we were introduced to anything else, that is our culture. That was our culture.
Where do you think that came from? All right, we gotta we gotta talk about that. That's a good point because I don't know if I guess I'm a big conspiracy theorist.
Oh. Y'all just seen that look?
I would say almost pretty yeah. I would say I was or am. You don't think that there's a demonic influence in the music industry?
A demonic influence?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Let's take a pin in that. That's.
Let's get back to that.
We will talk about that. I'll show you. Yeah, we'll talk about that. But anything else?
No. Very
we
good. The
did good.
dilemma, the social media dilemma.
Check that out.
Check it out and apply what you can apply.
Scheduling, I think.
Scheduling.
And don't watch those recommended videos if you can. It's tough. It's not your fault. I used to be so bad at people like, yo, all you do is post for likes, and all you do is you're on the social media all day, and what are you doing? I get it now. Yeah. And it's not their fault.
They're being controlled by robots now. That's why I was almost was thinking, are they coming out now that the robots are doing the controlling and these like 50 guys and being replaced? Now y'all blowing the whistle back?
Could be.
Could be. Also support black businesses, black restaurants. Support all businesses. If you have a culture that you support, because again, if you in a Greek area and you're going to patronize your Greek restaurant. So, but if you are African American or whatever culture you are, go ahead and support your own. Support your own. We won't really get the support that we need from other people.
Yes.
So we definitely need our own to support us and we need to support as well. Yes, so one business supports another.
Collaborate. That's how you grow together, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was it. So
stay humble when you make it too. We're gonna get into that.
You think it goes to people's heads and they forget everybody?
It goes to people's heads, honey. You charge me $25 for a T-shirt to make it, and 2 years later, you the biggest T-shirt maker and you charging me $50. No, stay humble.
Right. That ain't right.
It's like, no, my market went up, sis. I got to charge a little bit more. No,
brother,
you don't do that to your people.
Here, brother. Come on.
Don't do that to your people. Hair prices go up and haircuts. That's one thing I will say.
That price gouging, I didn't like that.
Oh,
they were charging like $100
for haircuts.
Yeah.
Wow. When I went to go back to get my nails up, my nails and my feet and things that we miss treating ourselves to women, they tagged on an extra $10 to certain services, and so I was like, yeah, y'all price gouged a little bit.
Yes.
Wow.
A lot of barbers were doing that. That's why my Uncle Salim put me on his old school, his barber friend. Same price the whole time through.
We all going through a pandemic. Don't price gouge.
Yeah, I'm like, I get that. I respect that old school. Maybe we're becoming that ourselves, like you said, but I really respect that old school game and knowledge and stuff like that.
You have to be able to be under some type of tutelage.
Absolutely, yeah.
You have to be teachable.
Anything, right?
You need influence, you need education, you need to be teachable.
You need a mentor, right?
A mentor, somebody to talk to, somebody. Now, when people start to tell you what to do, that is a different thing. Like, you can guide me, but if I don't particularly, let me make you lead a horse to water. I tried it. I have a 19-year-old, honey. It doesn't work.
No, they're going to do the opposite. Anyway, whatever you push, they're going to rebel and do the opposite. We talked about God. We felt God is pro-choice, even though he would choose life. Same thing. Like, we have a choice. We making a choice to go to hell.
That's
quite
true.
Frankly, you know what I mean?
That's true.
So God gave us the ability to make the choice. So you don't want to, push someone to do something. Just like you said, just lead them, let them choose, support them the whole way through, whatever they choose. And help them when they fall, when they
be there when they fall. Not I told you so, but okay. So what did you learn from this? Let's go.
That's it. So shout out to the old school. Shout out to the black businesses. Shout out to all the supporters, comments. We thank you so much. I think this is our longest episode.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. Just sitting here vibing, talking, chopping it up with my cousin.
Chopping it up.
So thank you for listening to the Millennial Minded Podcast with Marquise
and Gia.
It's episode 4. Apologize to all the black women. Y'all got to overcome so much more. And my heart goes out to you. Real talk.
On behalf of as many black women as I can represent, apology accepted. Coming from a sincere black man.
Appreciate that. Follow us at the millennial.minded on Instagram. We read all the comments on Instagram, on YouTube. You can email us at the millennialmindedpodcast@gmail.com. Any topics, anything you want us to discuss, give it to us. We will listen. We'll get into it. We're on Apple. We're on iHeartRadio now. That's the biggest platform for podcasts right now. iHeartRadio. We are on iHeartRadio. So you can check us out there. Apple, Spotify, Deezer, Google, iHeart. We're on everything. We're on the way to Pandora. We haven't got approved yet, but we'll get there.
We're getting there. YouTube,
subscribe, like, comment, all that. We need that. We need that engagement.
And hit the notification buttons. So hit the notification buttons.
I know we just talked about. Wait.
I know we told them to take off, but we want y'all to hear what we're saying. So, but we're not going to post every day on YouTube. Okay, so it's going to be weekly. One notification to say, tune into the Millennial Minded Podcast with Marquise and Gia.
Hit your notifications on the streaming platforms and YouTube. We're just coming at you once a week. We ain't going to bombard you. We're not going to get you sucked in on your phone for hours. We're not trying to do that to you. We're not trying to make profit on you. We're trying to put out good content and have a discussion.
Yes.
That's all, right?
That's all.
All right, so all love. Thank you so much for listening. God bless.